for coming here today. And hello and welcome to the show On One End, the show where you have to spot the correct person. Observation, intuition, and intelligence are all required. Now please welcome to our fourth team today. Team 1, where are you? Are you feeling ready? Are you ready for today?
Yes!
Oh, louder! I can't hear you.
Yes!
Louder!
Yes!
Thank you very much. Now, I think I've already known the rules, but today I'm gonna change it a little different. Yeah, you already know that the team who can choose the correct person will receive a special gift here, very expensive. But if no one can choose the correct person, and then this gift will belong to the person who can successfully make a fool all of you. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, please welcome to our special 5 here. The topic today is about food, and the topic today is about food, and there is only one person standing right here is real fan of cooking. So the question of today is, who is the person most interested in cooking? All people here say that they all really love cooking and enjoy food so much. So let's hear what they want to say. So number 5.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Phương Anh and I'm here today to talk about my biggest hobby, cooking. I like to begin by
Okay, sorry, let's start again. So number 1.
Hello everyone, I'm so excited to hear. Hello everyone, I'm so excited to be here and anticipating the game show tonight. So, I have many hobbies, but my favorite hobby is cooking. Let me tell you why. First, I will tell you a little bit about why I started cooking. When I was 10 years old, my mother wanted to become a chef, and she always believed that girls had to cook many kinds of food because one day they would get married. In our country, it's not usual that the girl can cook, so I learned to cook. In the beginning, I can cook easy things, but gradually I got make different and more difficult food, such as I can cook bún chả cá, which is the most popular food dish in my hometown. So, you know what is my favorite hobby, and you also know what is the great answer. Number 1, correctly answer. Thank you.
So number 2.
Hi everyone, my number is 2. Well, I'm standing here to talk about my hobby is cooking. The first thing I'd like to mention is I'm really keen on cooking. When I was 12 years old, my mother started teaching me how to cook some Vietnamese traditional food, and then I became the main chef in my family. Because I also care for my family health, I tried to cook some dishes which contain organic ingredients and provide them with a healthier diet. Now, considering the method of how to cook new dishes, what I would like to mention here is that I often watch videos about cooking on YouTube, then follow the recipe, and then make a new dishes. In order to cook the delicious dishes, I need to have patience because I almost cook them so many times to succeed. Finally, when I see people enjoy what I cook, I'm really happy and I want to cook for them more and more. So, please choose me if you want to become the winner.
Interesting. So what about you, number 3?
Hello everyone, my number is 3. I'm here today to show you about my passion for cooking. To be honest, I had no idea how to buy food and cook before I go into university. The reason is that my mom cooked for my whole family and I sometimes just help her wash dishes. Then I found my hobby cooking when I live apart from my family and I have to take care of myself. As far as I know, fast food and processed food are not good for health because they contain harmful ingredients which can cause heart disease, high blood pressure, and many kinds of cancer. For that reason, I started learning cooking from my mom's experiences and upgraded my skills by joining in cooking lover groups on the internet. At the beginning, I just cooked some easy dishes such as fried eggs, stir-fried morning glory, tofu in tomato sauce, and meat stew. But now I'm confident to say that I can cook more complicated Vietnamese cuisines. For example, sweet and sour pork ribs, sweet and sour fish broth, my favorite chef, spring rolls, beef, rice noodle, and so on. Another reason I love cooking is that I enjoy selecting fresh ingredients and use them to make a good meal. I've got a lot of great compliments from my roommate and my family. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing who you love tucking into something you cook yourself. So as shown above, I'm actually the person who loves cooking. Choose me if you want to be the winner.
Wow, that's awesome. And number 4.
Good evening, everyone. Are you doing great?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's such a great honor for me to be here tonight to share with you how I finally find out my new passion, cooking. First of all, I believe that most of us have the similar background. You know, we were living peacefully with our families in our hometown, and then we had to move to Ho Chi Minh City for higher education. Before moving to Ho Chi Minh City, trust me, I haven't got the faintest idea about cooking because my parents are the ones who are in charge. But time flies, people change. As I have to take care of myself, I have no choice but to learn how to cook. It was tough at first, of course, and I used to think that cooking was more of a chore than a pleasure. But it has slowly grown on me. I care for my health more. I enjoy studying nutrition from some famous YouTubers. I go to the supermarket on a regular basis to fill in the fridge. I cook every day, and now I managed to create some dishes with available ingredients. Trust me, I'm extremely passionate about cooking.
And the last is number 5.
Hello everyone, I'm Phương Anh and I'm standing here to talk about my biggest hobby, cooking. I like to begin by highlighting that I'm really fond of cooking and I think I cook pretty well, but I could never be a professional chef. I can make lots of basic things and they taste alright. My mom is a great teacher who gives me step-by-step instructions about how to cook some traditional Vietnamese dishes. Going on to which dish I love to cook most, what I want to mention here is that I am really addicted to Vietnamese cuisines. One of them is the spring rolls, means chả giò in Vietnamese, which roughly means minced pork rolls. In order to cook this delicious dish, you need to pay particular attention to the frying process. I highly recommend refrigerating the rolls before frying. The most important tip is the double frying, which have a crisp finish. Whenever I have spare time, such as at the weekend, Mom and I usually make home-cooked meals together, and I feel very happy when my friends and my family enjoy my dishes. This provides me with strong motivation for learning more recipes and cooking more frequently. Finally, if you want to win the game tonight, please choose me. My number is 5. Thank you.
Amazing, right? Because all of them show they're so passionate in cooking and we cannot choose who is the right one. So I give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes to discussing your cooking strategies. 3 minutes started now. 15 seconds. Time's up, everyone. Now, you have 15 minutes to ask you or specify whatever you want. 15 minutes started now.
Number 4, do you snatch something for your supper before going to the game show tonight?
Yes, I did.
So, what did you eat?
I had a fried mackerel and spinach used with brown rice.
And how many calories do you take in?
Honestly, I'm not really into the number of calories taken in. I prefer my own feeling. When I'm hungry, I stop to eat something. When I'm full, I stop eating.
And
Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. How can you tell if meat is bad?
Well, that's a great question. Let me see. Now, I cite beef as an example. There are 4 ways to tell you if beef is bad. The first one is check the color. Raw beef should be red in the outside and brownish on the inside. So, if its surface has turned to brown or gray, it has gone bad and should be discarded. The second way is check the smell, to the beef smell. Spoiled beef develops a rancid smell, and it indicates that it's dangerous to eat. So the last one is check the expiration date. If you buy beef in a supermarket, sell-by and the expiration date tell you the best time to eat. So if it's out of date, throw it away. Thank you.
The number 1. I have eaten your food, and to be honest, it's really delicious. So I have a question for you. Have you ever thought that you can be a master chef in the future?
I never thought of being a chef or engage any competition because cooking for me is my hobby and which I can relax. It's not my job which I earn for living.
Number 2, do you usually follow a fixed recipe?
Well, when I cook a dish for the first time, I often follow a fixed recipe. But in the next time, I'm creative for the dish to be suitable for my taste.
Number 3. Number 2, you said that you watch video cooking on YouTube and then follow recipe. So how do you usually save your recipe? How do you save it?
Well, I often save my favorite recipe in a small notebook, which I can bring it everywhere to cook.
Number 3.
Number 3, I have some question for you. Do you usually cook every day or just on the weekend?
Well, I usually cook every day. Usually I cook for lunch and dinner.
And who do you usually cook for?
Well, that's a great question. I live with other 3 roommates, so I usually cook for them because they says that I am the best cook in my room. So when I cook, they will wash dishes.
Number 3, what do they say about the dishes?
They only give me some great compliments that I cook really well, and they've never eat something delicious like what I cooked before.
Number 5. Do you usually repeat the same dishes for different meals?
Thank you for your question. To be honest, yes, I do usually repeat the same dishes for different meals. This is because of 2 main reasons. First one is I haven't come up with a new dishes yet. And the second is those dishes are way too good to be replaced or forgotten.
Number 1, what is the most important ingredients in bún chả cá?
In my opinion, all of these ingredients are also important. It makes the delicious food, and all of these make the most popular food in my hometown.
What are the difference can you tell me some differences between bún chả cá made in your hometown and bún chả cá made in Ho Chi Minh City?
I'm sorry, I rarely eat bún chả cá in Saigon, so I don't know the differences between the two places. But I can tell you a little bit about the dishes in my hometown. It includes meat, fish, curry fish, eggs, and vegetables.
Number one. Can you tell me about one of your memorable experience that you have ever had about cooking? Number two.
Well, when I studied in secondary school, I joined a cooking competition with my classmate. And fortunately, the first prize belonged to my team, and that is the most memorable moment about cooking that I had.
So from then on, you started taking cooking as a hobby?
No, I realized that I like cooking when I was 12 years old. This is the first time I learned to cook from my mother, and each member in my family says that the taste really delicious, and I feel so happy, and then I'm keen on cooking.
Number three, when you're cooking, do you want to follow a recipe or do it yourself?
Well, I prefer to follow the recipe because I want to make the best meal.
Number 3, I'll confess that I worry about food safety sometimes, and I think your listeners have similar worries about it. So can you give me some tips for choosing fresh food?
Well, like I said, that I enjoy selecting fresh ingredients. So I will show you some tips about how to pick out the freshest fish. Okay. First of all, you see the skin of the fish. If the fish have bright and shiny skin, pick it out. Secondly, the eyes of the fresh fish should be clear. If the fish has cloudy eyes, it's not fresh. Last but not least, that you shouldn't pick the fish with strong fishy smell because the fish smell should smell like sea breeze.
Number three, you say that you know how to cook sour fish soup. Right?
Yes.
So can you tell me the ingredients to cook it and how to cook and how much? yeah, that's all.
Well, I will answer your first question that the main ingredients in the sweet and sour fish broth is that tamarind pulp, fish stock, chili, pineapples, and other herbs. And move on to the how to cook the soup. That the step one is that you combine fish stock, garlic fish sauce in the large saucepan, and then and cook it for about 5 minutes, and then you mix pineapple, tomato for about cook for another about 2 or 3 minutes until the fish cook well done.
Thank you.
Number 5, you mentioned about spring rolls.
Yes.
So I know nothing about it. So can you tell us what exactly is it?
That's a great question. And now I will tell you that the spring rolls has 2 parts, the outside and the inside. Now the inside include many ingredients such as minced pork, mushroom, green onion, with seasoning with salt and pepper. And the outside is a thin rice paper. So you mix the inside together, mix all the ingredients together, and put it in a rice paper and wrap it. And you make all the combination deep fried. Then you have a spring roll.
Number 4. Do you usually have a cooking plan for a week?
Thank you for your question. Yes, I do have a cooking plan for myself. But I can't deny the fact that the veggies will soon get ripened if we don't store them properly, and I'm not so confident in my ability to store them. So I just made the plan for about the next 3 days only.
So can you tell us a meal that you think is the most nutritional meal once you have ever cooked?
Okay. Well, there are 5 major nutrients. They are proteins, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin, and mineral. Vitamin and mineral you can find them in vegetable and fruits in general. So for me, a balanced portion, the balanced portion of the meal should consist of 1/2 of vegetable, 1/4 of carbohydrate, 1/4 of proteins, plus a small serving of healthy fat, which you can find in olive oil, avocado, or nuts.
Thank you.
That's all.
Number 2, what do you feel if your dish is being disliked by others?
Well, it's okay because I think each person has different taste, and I can force everyone to like what I cook.
Number
1.
fine. Number 3. What do you think food is storing the fridge for the long time?
Well, I would prefer not to store food in the fridge for a long time because food can become contaminated with dangerous bacteria. And I love cooking and fresh ingredients, so there's no reason for me to store food for a long time.
Number
3
3.
minutes left.
Number 3. Where can you buy fresh ingredients?
I usually buy fresh ingredients in supermarket because I believe that supermarket will provide the customer food with high standard products and with the clear origin.
Number 5. You said that your favorite dishes is spring rolls.
Yes.
But it's contain a lot of oil. So is the nutritional benefits or taste of foods is the most important factor making you decide to make a meal?
Okay, that's an interesting question, and I think both nutritional benefit and the taste of food are important because now we care about our health and we also want to satisfy our appetite. So we can have a lot of dishes that you can eat with the spring rolls, such as you can eat salad to provide vitamin. Yes, and this will help you decrease the oil. Yeah, I think so.
Number 1, you say you learned to cook when you're a little girl. So can you tell us some cooking experience that you have? Experience? But the experience I will tell you is buying fish. And Miss Han will tell you the experience very exactly.
Four. Do you eat junk food?
Yes, I have eaten a lot of junk food before.
And now?
No. Now, okay. After a long time dining in, I now cannot finish a bowl of instant noodle anymore. Once I figured out how many of unhealthy fat it contains, it really spoils my appetite, and I would love not to eat it.
Number 2. What was your role in the BBQ party of our class?
Well, I was in a team which prepare ingredients to cook. I went to market and pre-process what I bought to before cooking.
Number 2, I think that you have cooked dishes with onions. And can you tell me, because crying while chopping onions is the common cooking problem. So do you know any tip to avoid crying while chopping onions?
Yes, I really do. By chewing gum, you by chewing gum you are stopping any ingredients from going up your nose, and the glands don't get frustrated.
Number 5. Do you intend to improve your cooking skill if someone is not satisfied with the food you cook?
Yes, of course, I do. I am willing to always receive everyone's feedback about my dishes, and I will practice more to improving my cooking skill because I feel happy when my family and my friends enjoy my dishes.
Okay, time's up. So you can see that they all have a party to become the right person tonight yet. So I have a mini game for you so that I can give you some hints to help you to find out who is the real one and who is not. So let's move to the mini game part. First question, how do you season beef fillets when cooking beef steak? Number 4.
Well, I usually season the beef with a little salt and pepper.
Pepper. Yeah. Any else? Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes, number 5.
I think we need salt, pepper, olive oil, garlic. Yeah.
Well, that's a great question. So, next, I can see that your answer is pretty good, and everyone has their own way to season the beef. But I think it doesn't help you to think who is better than one than the other. So, question 2: how many stages of doneness for your beef steak?
I think I have a question.
Sorry.
I think there are 6 degrees of steak doneness. The first one is raw. No, the first one is raw, low raw, middle raw, medium raw, medium.
Number 5.
Okay. In my opinion, those 6 stages are blue, rare, medium, medium well, and well done.
So let's see the answer. Blue rare. Rare. Medium rare. Medium. Medium well. And the final is well done. So congratulations, number 4. Next question. What is the most famous dish of Chef Gordon Ramsay? Number 2.
Yes, it's a beef Wellington.
Yes, that's a great question. It is beef Wellington. So number 4. Well, which country do the type of food belong to?
Yeah.
1.
I think this time the food belong to Korea.
Oh, the you're for sure.
Excuse me. This is belong to Korea.
And its name of the food is
Tteokbokki.
tteokbokki.
Yeah. This is belong to China.
Yeah.
It's dumpling.
Yes.
Is dumpling?
Dim sum.
Dim sum.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is Korean food.
Yeah. And its name?
Kimbap.
Yeah.
This is the Japanese food. Sushi. This is Korean food. Mixed rice.
Yes. Actually, its name is bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Yes.
The last one is Japanese food.
And its name is?
Ramen.
Yeah, ramen. Japan with sushi and ramen. Korea with kimbap, tteokbokki, bibimbap, and final China with dim sum. The last question put this type of food into correct order. In the following, from the most calories to the least calories. Number 4.
I think the dish with the the highest calories is Big Mac.
Yeah.
Then chocolate shake, and then the salad.
Okay, let's look at the result. It's the right answer. So how do you feel? Who is the right person tonight?
I think number 5 is right person.
Right person. Why do you think that?
Because she understands the way make the food, and she answer correct the question.
So what about you, babe?
I choose number 5 too because her knowledge it seems like her experiences. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, 4 team have 1 minute to discuss and write out the name and write a number of the person who you believe is the right person tonight. So 1 minute starts now. Time's up. So, what do you think number 5 is the right person tonight?
Well, my team think that number 5 has shown a lot of detailed information about her dishes, as well as her considerable knowledge about her ingredients and recipes, whether it is healthy or not. While other people, especially number 3 and number 4, they just show that cooking is just their survival skills because they just live far from their families, so it's not kind of their hobby.
Yeah. So, what about you, Joanne?
Well, our team chose number 4 for some reason. First, she seems to have much knowledge about nutrition, various dishes, and about health. And the second one I want to mention is that she answered the question quite well, and I think that it is very important hint for this position. And the last point is that she knows how to improve her cooking through searching the recipe on the internet. So we strongly believe that number 4 is the all money today.
Wow. Great question. Great answer. What about you, Lee?
Yeah, my team chose number 5. Yes, because she shows that she have a lot of knowledge during her answer when she answered my question and when she answers the question of the game, and she have a lot of knowledge of many country cuisines, and I think that the person loving cooking have a large range of knowledge.
Wow. And what about your team?
Okay, my team, my team will explain why the other four isn't the odd one and why number 5 would be the odd one.
Okay.
The first, why Fan Fan would be the odd one.
Okay, I think Fang is the odd one is because she showed a great meticulousness in choosing food as well as preparing food while she cooked. And on the other hand, her attitude is quite relaxing when answering the question of us. So, and besides, there are some reasons why we think that other people are not the odd one. So,
What about Han?
I will talk about Han. She says that she's just follow the recipe and not create new. But I think the people who love or have a passion of cooking, they have to create their own recipe to create a new dish, a good dish, or a better dish. So you are not the odd one in.
What about Bích Duyên?
But you said that all the ingredients is important in bún chả cá, but I think that everyone who is a good cooker, they all know that the both is the most important.
So, Duyên Âm, I think when I ask her, what would she feel if her dishes been disliked by others? So I can see she doesn't try to prove them wrong. As a cooking lover, they really want to show that that talent is so good for everyone, and they would try to prove everyone wrong, and they would try to satisfy everybody about their cooking talents. So I think Duyên Âm is not the one that we find.
I think Lin is not correct person because she don't care that she don't care about calorie for dinner. Calorie for dinner, and that person loving cooking food is really care their salary and
Great teamwork. So let's find out who is the real odd one tonight. The odd one today is number 4. The house winner today. The winner of today will receive a very, very expensive present.
Can you show us?
What is it?
It is